Your plants can look lush, green, and productive, yet still be starving right in front of you. That uncomfortable gap between appearance and reality is the biggest lie modern gardening has normalized. If harvests keep demanding more fertilizer every season while flavor, resilience, and nutrition quietly fade, the soil is telling you something is wrong. Today, we're pulling the curtain back on the stone powder that exposes this myth completely and shows what real plant nutrition actually looks like. Modern gardening didn't fail overnight. It drifted off course slowly, replacing long-term soil health with short-term visual success. We were taught to feed plants directly, push growth fast, and judge success by size alone. Green leaves became the goal. But plants were never designed to live on shortcuts. They evolved in partnership with mineral-rich soils, fungi, microbes, and time. When that partnership is broken, crops may grow, but they grow hollow. Why fast fertilizers create weak plants? Most fertilizers focus on a narrow trio of nutrients that force rapid growth. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium can make plants shoot up quickly, but speed comes at a cost. When growth is rushed without a full mineral foundation, plants sacrifice internal strength. Cell walls thin, sugar balance collapses, and internal chemistry becomes unstable. This is why crops grown this way often snap in wind, attract pests, and struggle under heat or drought. The fertilizer industry quietly depends on this weakness. Soluble nutrients wash out of the soil fast, which guarantees repeated applications. The soil never rebuilds, and the grower stays trapped in a loop of dependency. Each season demands more input just to maintain the same results, while real nutrition continues to disappear. You know, plants were never meant to live on just 3 nutrients. In nature, they don't survive on these simplified formulas. Instead, they rely on a broad mineral spectrum that includes things like calcium, magnesium, silica, iron, manganese, zinc, copper, and, honestly, dozens of other trace elements all working together. These minerals are what regulate enzyme activity, sugar transport, immune response, and even the physical structure of the plant itself. When soils are harvested year after year without real mineral replacement, crops end up surviving on borrowed strength. Food grown in depleted soil, well, it often looks perfect on the outside but lacks real depth. The flavor just fades away. Shelf life gets shorter. Resilience, too, it vanishes. And you know, this isn't just some coincidence. Nutrition in food can only be as strong as the nutrition in the soil it comes from. Stone powder. Now, that's where things get interesting. It's one of the most natural ways to restore essential minerals to the soil, helping plants regain their strength and, honestly, helping us get better food in the process. Stone powder reconnects soil to its original blueprint. Long before bags, blends, and labels existed, fertility came from geology. Rock was slowly ground into dust by glaciers, water, wind, and, well, just time itself. That dust spread across fields, carrying a complete mineral blueprint that life evolved to use. Once it entered the soil, biology took over. Microbes unlocked minerals. Fungal networks delivered them directly to roots. Plants didn't just grow fast. They built structure, defense, and nutrition from the inside out. Stone powder restores this missing process. It doesn't force growth. It rebuilds the soil's mineral bank so plants can regulate themselves again. Instead of feeding plants directly, you feed the system that feeds plants. Why silica changes everything? One of the most overlooked elements in soil is silica. Silica forms the internal framework of plants, reinforcing stems, leaves, and tissues. Without it, crops are physically weaker and chemically exposed. Stone powder naturally contains silica bound within rock. As microbes slowly break it down, plants absorb it consistently over time. This matters because, well, silica isn't a stimulant. It's a construction material. With enough silica, plants stand firmer, their leaves thicken, and tissues harden naturally. That physical strength, directly affects disease resistance, water regulation, and stress tolerance. Trace minerals bring flavor and resilience back. Alongside silica comes a full range of trace elements that drive plant metabolism. When these minerals return to depleted soil, everything changes. Sugar production becomes balanced instead of excessive. Complex carbohydrates form. Defensive compounds activate naturally. Flavor deepens because, honestly, chemistry stabilizes. This shift isn't cosmetic, it's biochemical. You can measure it. Sap readings rise as mineral and sugar balance improves. Crops become denser, sweeter, and more stable within a single season. Shelf life increases, stress tolerance improves. No label or marketing claim can fake these results. So, let's talk a bit about how all this actually plays out on the farm and, the kind of impact it can have. When you apply these natural minerals to your soil, you're not just boosting plant health, you're changing the whole dynamic in your field. Healthier crops mean fewer problems down the line, less need for chemical fixes, and, honestly, a more resilient harvest. Over time, you'll notice the difference not just in how your crops look, but in how they handle stress and pests too. It's a simple shift, but the results can be, pretty remarkable. Why do pests lose interest in mineral-rich plants? Well, insects don't go after strong, healthy plants. They're really drawn to weakness. When crops are short on minerals, they end up making simple sugars and their defenses are kind of flimsy, which makes them easy targets. But when you get those minerals back in balance, the chemistry inside the plant changes. Sugars get more complex, tissues toughen up, and the plant's natural defense systems kick in. So pests might land and take a nibble, but then they just move on. This isn't about protecting your crops with poison, it's all about protection by nutrition. Stone powder doesn't go out and kill insects. Instead, it just takes away their reason to stick around. So, yeah, it's a smarter, cleaner way to keep your plants safe. So, how do you apply stone powder correctly in the garden? Well, using stone powder is simple, but proportion sure does matter. For a standard garden bed measuring 10 feet by 10 feet, you'll want to apply exactly 20 pounds of finely ground stone powder. Just spread it evenly across the soil surface. Don't till it deep. Instead, lightly rake it into the top 2 inches of soil so it stays in contact with all that biological activity. After application, you'll want to water thoroughly, using about 10 gallons of water to settle the dust and activate microbial contact. From there, normal watering is enough. Rain, irrigation, and time do the rest. For containers, just mix 1 cup of stone powder into every 10 gallons of potting soil before planting. Water normally. Now, results won't be instant because, honestly, this is a rebuild, not a stimulant. The payoff comes through stability, not speed. For larger plots, you'll want to apply about 2,000 pounds per acre once every 3 to 5 years. This single application, it actually replaces decades of lost mineral content and resets the soil's long-term fertility. So, what changes will you notice first? The first visible shift is balance. Plants, they stand a whole lot firmer. Growth becomes even, not exaggerated. Leaves get thicker, and stems just strengthen up. Flavor, that follows structure. Fruits start developing a deeper sweetness, and greens gain a real richness. Crops will even store longer after harvest without breaking down. Over time, pest pressure drops, disease slows down, and the soil gets easier to manage because, biology is working again. Most importantly, the need for repeated inputs just declines. Once minerals are restored, the soil remembers. It doesn't forget. So, here's the real solution, plain and simple. We go back to basics, using what the earth already gives us. By returning minerals to the soil, we close the loop and restore what's been lost. It's not flashy, but it's honest work, and it works. This is how we build resilience, one field at a time, one season after another. Now you might be wondering, why don't we hear more about this? Well, stone powder can't be patented, it doesn't dissolve and disappear, and it doesn't force you into buying it year after year. It lets growers, rebuild their own soil instead of just renting fertility. And honestly, that alone makes it pretty darn threatening to a system that's built on keeping folks dependent. When soil functions properly, the fertilizer narrative collapses, yields stabilize, costs drop, control shifts back to the grower. That's why this knowledge isn't loud. It doesn't serve the shortcut economy. Real nutrition starts beneath your feet. Food can only be as strong as the soil it comes from. When minerals vanish, nutrition follows. Restoring mineral balance isn't just about better crops, it's about rebuilding the foundation of food itself. Stone powder reconnects modern gardens to the system that fed life long before shortcuts existed. This isn't old knowledge rediscovered, it's basic reality remembered. If this changed how you see fertilizer, imagine what restoring minerals could do for your soil. Share this with a fellow gardener who's tired of chasing results that never last. Subscribe to Crop Corner for more grounded, real-world growing knowledge, and let's bring real nutrition back where it belongs.